My name is Leslie Williams, and today's date is February 17, 2012. Yesterday I was over at the University of San Diego, and for the last 2.5 to 3 days, actually even up to this last week, they're switching from using the physical gestures, because they know that they've been caught as far as getting people along my path to repeat the physical gestures, even though they're still using them, but they're switching from using the physical gestures to using phrases and statements and words along my path. And this is done to make me feel harassed from a distance by repeating the words constantly around me. And this is a tactic of gang stalking. If you go to www.gangstalkingworld.com and go to the techniques page, you can clearly see the tactic of direct conversation. And what they basically do is just get around a target, no matter where a target's at, along their routes, when they're at a stationary position, position at a location like a library, whether it be a university library, a public library, a restaurant, a movie theater, on a trolley, on the bus route, at a bus stop, at a trolley station. And what they'll do is that through the stalking, they make sure that they're always put along a target's path, no matter where they're at or no matter where they're going, to repeat certain words, phrases, and to engage in specific types of physical gestures. It's called visual anchoring, that's where the physical gestures come in, and audio anchoring. And what they do is basically anchor the physical gestures in the target's mind to associate the fact that as a result of repeating the physical gestures, it is anchored in the target's mind. That because, see, when you repeat something over and over and over again, purposely to make a target notice it, that's the anchoring. They're anchoring in the target's mind that these physical gestures are being repeatedly done for a reason, to make you feel harassed everywhere you go, as a result of repeating the physical gestures. And that in turn anchors the physical gestures in the target's mind. That's what makes them feel stalked, because they see it everywhere they go. Well, they do the same thing with the verbal statements. That's the audio anchoring. Okay, because with the verbal statements, you hear it through your ears, which is audio. My name is Leslie Williams. For the past few days, they've been getting around my path and constantly repeating, "Oh my God." Yesterday, when I was at the library at the University of San Diego, I heard it over 35 times within a matter of probably about a half hour around me. And what they'll do is they'll get students that are like 10 or 15 feet away to say it loud enough for me to hear it, but very hard for my digital tape recorder that I wear on my bean at all times. Sometimes I'll take it off and set it on the counter of where I'm at the computer location, just to see if I can pick it up as far as how it's being said around me by people that are a little bit further away, because they know I wear this digital recorder. They've seen me take it out to replace batteries. They've seen me take it out before and set it on a counter to try and catch the verbal statements that are repeatedly said towards me all the time. Now, if you go to Google and type in electronic harassment, there's a law in Michigan and Maine about it. And if you go to Wikipedia and type in electronic harassment and then click on the microwave auditory effect, and once you get to that link, scroll down to the external links, and you'll clearly see that it says repeated phrases, repeated statements. Because what they do is the physical gang stalkers engage in the same type of tactics that are literally perpetrated through the electronic harassment, where they repeat circular loops of statements and phrases and sentences in order to keep a target in circular thinking and circular mental reacting in reference to having to being subjected to hearing them being stated in a repeated fashion. Yesterday, it got to the point to where it was being said towards me so much, I was literally getting to the point to where I could predict that it was going to happen. So I was getting out my digital tape recorder that I usually wear attached to my undergarments by my chest. And since YouTube only allows 15-minute videos, what I was doing was I took the digital tape recorder off where I have it attached on my chest, and I took it out, and I was purposely trying to make 15-minute audio segments where I could see how many times I could catch it on an audio file in 15-minute segments. Now, I did catch a couple of them in reference to the 15-minute segments, but they were very hard to distinguish because of how they were saying them from distances. Okay? So when you're trying to catch something on this digital tape recorder in reference to how they're saying it from a distance, it's a very faint, which means I have a harder time downloading that to YouTube in order for it to be clearly heard. But yesterday they made a boo-boo. Okay? So what I did was I turned it on. I kept turning it on, trying to catch it to see if they would make a mistake and say it closer, and they did. And they literally had the audacity to say it right after I predicted it, within less than a minute. And I'm getting ready to transfer it to this video file right now by turning on the digital tape recorder when it was caught from this. Okay, and as you can see, it's got the earphones. I got the earphones set up to where the earphones are connected to a rubber band tied, so I can put this video camera I'm shaking right now between the earphones, so I can transfer how it was caught on this. It's a 49-second file, and I'm going to show you right now how long the file is. You can clearly see it was made on 2/16. Okay, this is the file right here. 49 seconds long. Now literally listen to this. You hear it being said twice. The first time you hear it, you can't hear it very well, but the second time you hear it, you can hear it very, very well. What's the likelihood of something like that being said if I wasn't being subjected to it for almost an hour straight? Okay, so I was identifying how and when they were doing it in reference to. See, what they got to do when they make these statements is they make them within a conversation. So they got to initiate the conversation first to insert the phrase. So I was getting real good at distinguishing when they were delivering the statement. It was always after they began talking. So what they would do is they would start to physically move around a little bit, or start their physical interactions a little bit, as far as like getting up and looking at each other, and then beginning the conversation, and then they insert the statement in the conversation. So I'm looking to see when they start moving around. Then, because when two people are studying and then they get up and they start looking at each other, you know they're going to begin to talk. And as a result of that, as they begin to talk, that's when they insert the statement. So as I was seeing these two students, one student getting up and getting ready to face the other student to start talking, and these two students were already engaged in it already. So what I did was I said, okay, let's see how soon I hear "oh my God," and it's literally said within a minute. Listen to this very carefully. What's the chance of me predicting somebody saying something if they weren't already doing it? Listen to this closely. I'm getting ready to take this video camera and put it between the headphones, start the audio file, and I want you to listen to this. Oh my God. Okay, she just said it. Okay, now, what's the likelihood of me catching that after it was predicted if it wasn't going on? Yesterday I heard literally that statement being made, oh my God, but at least 35 times around me within an hour over at the University of San Diego in their library. And you would not believe how they were reacting to it when they were doing it before and after. They also engage in back-to-back coughing. Now, coughing is clearly mentioned on the sensitization aspect of the techniques page at www.gangstalkingworld.com, and what they'll do is get around me and have one person cough close by me from one side, and then as soon as that person gets done coughing, another person will cough back-to-back, and then when they're done coughing, another person will cough back-to-back. And that's usually done right after they sabotage something I'm working on YouTube. They're communicating through their cell phones. And the person who's sabotaging my work, when I'm typing something in or listening to something on YouTube, they'll literally shut the YouTube video down I'm watching, or they'll literally shut down the web page of something that I'm typing. And as soon as they sabotage it, somebody will call it. And that's done to form the association in my mind that the gang stalkers are responsible for what I'm experiencing. Okay? That's done for the taunting aspect of this expedition. My name is Leslie Williams. That was literally caught on digital audio file yesterday at University of San Diego, the same exact morning time period that I was literally uploading a YouTube video about me catching someone saying, "Oh my God," on a trolley right after it was predicted. So they just figure that they'll just go ahead and do it, because all they gotta do is say, "Good luck proving it. Good luck we're doing it." Good luck in proving that we're doing it. Because they're connected to the police, so I can get no help. Yeah, totally. Alright, I'm going to stop this video to see how it turned out. My name is Leslie Williams, San Diego, California, February 16, 2012.